Good morning. Welcome to Waggy Dog. This is the daily dog walking site. There's our Waggy Dog over there. That's Brewster. He's our team leader. Introducing himself properly. Atta boy. Come on out of there. All right. Easy. Brewster is a 5-year-old male. He's a 5-year-old male dog. We're not really sure what he is. We got Brewster at North Shore Animal League. That's on the North Shore of Long Island. You're in Connecticut right now. We got Brewster on April 30th, 2011. They told us that he was exactly 6 months old, so we figure his birthday was Halloween 2/10. Hence he's 5 years and a couple of months. Up, wrong spot, buddy. We check this spot out every day. This is stop number 2. The pond. Stop number 1 was where he started off in what I call the deer crossing. That's a frozen pond out there. Snow covered, as you can see. Easy, buddy, easy. No, that's ice. He's on the pond now. Nice. Give himself a little snow bath over there. That's one of his favorite things. Okay, easy. He loves to do this in the snow. We had a, half inch this morning. Not much. Just enough to give him something to bathe himself. Actually, this bath is long overdue because we were visiting my brother last week and he cooked a turkey. And as he was carving the turkey, he didn't realize that the turkey juices were not only overrunning the platter, they were overrunning the counter. So Brewster was sitting right below the carving spot and turkey juice was dripping down right on top of his head onto the ground. We got him back. He was a mess. Turkey juice all over him. And we gave him kind of a sponge bath, but we didn't toss him into the shower. Laziness on our part. So we've been calling him Turkey Head for the last week. Here he comes. Be careful. Now I know that ice is frozen solid because we've been here for the last few days and it's been pretty solid. So he can go out on a little bit, but not too far. Easy, buddy, easy. Easy. Okay, come on back here. Don't go too far. If I'm wrong about that ice, I don't want to go in too far. Come on, buddy. All right, here he comes. All right, watch out. Careful. I thought there might be another car down there, but I guess not. Okay, careful. Now let's go up this way. Good boy. Now when we got Brewster, April 30th, 2011, it was kind of a random thing. We just woke up that day and said, what do you think? Let's go get a dog. So we drove down to Long Island, my wife and I. We drove down about, maybe 9 in the morning. Got there around 10:30. We figured it'll be us and 5 other people. We'll pick a dog. We'll be home by 1 or 2 in the afternoon. Little did we know, it was Pet Palooza Day. We get down there and there's 10,000 people. And my wife says, let's get out of here. I'm not hanging around here. I said, forget it. We drove all this way. We're getting a dog. She's like, no. So we had a little battle right off the get-go. We looked around and we had agreed on what we wanted. We had wanted a male dog, medium size, 40, 50 pounds. So my wife's in a grumpy mood. It's too crowded for her. Easy, buddy. Easy, buddy. Yeah, he's got a deer scent. This is what he does. Hope he didn't lose a booty. I've got his booties on this morning because it's snow. Look out. Yesterday I walked him without the booties and it was a disaster. So anyway, we stay. I spot this dog. First of all, it's a female. She's about, Brewster's size right now, I suppose, but I look down at her paws and they're enormous. So I know this dog is nowhere near done growing. 1, 2, 3, 4 red boots. Okay, good. She's nowhere near done. But I love her already. And I say to my wife, check out Hannah here. And she's like, well, she's a female. She's going to be about 100 pounds, you can just see. What are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I like her. She happens to look in the bin next door, if that's the proper word. And she says, what about this guy? And there he is, kind of in the back. Got a big cone on his head. There was Brewster. His name was Arnold at the time. So I said, yeah, okay, you can take him out if you want, look at him. She does that, but I'm not convinced. I had actually looked online at a bunch of other dogs. And no, I didn't really realize it at the time. All the dogs I liked were black. So I guess I had it in my mind that I wanted a black dog. Why? I don't know. I just did. And I saw one of them. His name was Bob. But somebody else had Bob out and was walking him along. And I thought, oh, there's Bob. There's my number one choice. But I really couldn't take a shot at Bob. Because, like I said, once somebody else is kind of checking him out, it's rude to go over and try to grab him. So I came back to the bench where my wife and Arnold were sitting. And they were basically in a lip lock. He was licking her. Cone was banging off the side of her head. I'm not sure that she didn't lick him once or twice. It was ridiculous. And I realized at that moment, well, it's all over. She's got her dog. So we talked for a few minutes and I started thinking, you know, he's a pretty good dog. He's about exactly what we said. He's a boy. I could look at his paws, pretty small, and I said, he's not going to be huge. Brewster's 40 pounds. When we got him, he was about, I don't know, 31 or 32. He was about the same size, but I think he was malnourished. His coat was all monotone, a little bit patchy. He didn't have nearly the rich definition of color that he has now, even though it's kind of monotone on this camera. There's a lot more red in it. You can see those yellow shoulder stripes. We took him to the vet, and the vet said, this dog's got a lot of yellow lab in him, probably bred down with some sort of terrier, hence the size. So we've always thought, well, probably that's accurate. But then my wife was looking online, and she came across something called a black-mouthed cur, which is a southern hunting dog. Now, I know Brewster came from the south somewhere because that's what North Shore told us. They didn't have much other information, but they had that. So we looked at these black-mouthed curs online, and they do look almost exactly like him. Almost exactly like him. So sometimes we call him our little black-mouthed cur. The real issue is that he's 40 pounds, and they're generally about 60, maybe 50. So our other theory for his origin is that he was a black-mouthed cur, the runt of the litter, and the owner didn't want him because of that, and therefore abused him, kicked him in the head. Brewster's got some scars under his left eye. He's got some missing teeth on the left side of his mouth. And if he was abused, which seems likely to me, I know that it was a man that did it. Because if I ever get mad at Brewster, which I have on a few occasions, and I lower my voice into that threatening male voice and put a lot more hostility into it than there is now. If I really give him that voice, he shrinks down, tail between legs. Even worse than that, he's petrified. He's terrorized. Something happened. We don't know what, but something happened. He was traumatized as a little puppy. And that's why we love him. So there's our buddy. There's your introduction to Brewster. Well, let me kind of finish the story on North Shore. That's actually kind of funny. So we had expected, we'll go down, we'll pick out a dog. We'll be out of there in an hour or so. Well, of course, there are 10,000 people. So even though we selected Brewster fairly quickly, the process was not quick at all. We say to the person, I think it was a young lady, okay, we're gonna take this dog. We thought we'd check a box or something, sign a form and walk out. She says, okay, come on over, fill out this form and get in this line. Oh boy, I gotta turn away for a second. So we do. We fill out that form, we get in that line. And we're in that line for 2 hours. 2 hours. Just to hand in our paper. Okay, come on around this way. Don't get tangled up there. He wants to avoid the area. Well, cross. Okay, good boy. That was a good job, by the way. That's not anybody's yard. That's woody, leafy, don't pick up area, which is nice. So we stand in that line for about 2 hours and we hand in our paper. We think maybe we'll get the dog then. They go, super. Why don't you go outside, sit at those picnic tables, and we'll call you when we're ready. We say, okay, great. We go out there, we sit at those picnic tables. There are about 500 people out there. And we sit there for about 2 hours. Finally, they call us. We go inside and we think, okay, great, we're going to get our dog. And they go stand on that other line. So we go stand on that other line, which takes about 2 hours. We get to the front of the line and they say, okay, go into that other room and meet with one of our vets. We go into the other room. There are 100 other people in the other room. And there's I don't know, 10, 12 vets in there, each with a line of people in front of them. No, that's wrong. There wasn't a line. They called you one by one. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Easy, Brewster. Easy. Easy. Good morning. Okay. Okay. Is that a he or a she?
It's a he.
He's protecting his property. Okay, Brewster, come over here around this tree. Come on, buddy. All right, we'll see you later. Oh, good job. You protect your property. So is my guy. That guy's kind of new to the area, so I don't really know him. I've seen him a couple of times. I could have stopped and talked, but it just didn't seem like the proper moment. At any rate, we sit in the room with the veterinarians for about, I don't know. That was a little shorter, so we'll call that an hour. We meet the vet. He says, this dog looks pretty good. Give him, I think we had No, I don't even think we had any medication. He'd had some surgery, he'd been neutered. But other than that, everything was good. So we passed Mustard. Muster? Did I just say Mustard? Come on, buddy. We passed Muster. We went outside. We gave the woman our slip. We described our dog, Arnold, with the cone on his head. And she went into the back room to get him. And I thought to myself, if she comes out of here with the wrong dog, I'm going to be so angry. I don't want anybody getting away with my dog. I'd already bonded with him that much that I was, just the thought of it was starting to tee me off. But she came out with him. No cone this time. She put him in my arms. I was so happy. We walked out the door. I put him on the little dinky leash that they give you. We walked him to the car, and as we were walking along, a young couple was walking in. And they said, "Hey, did you just get that dog?" And we said, "Yeah." And they said, "That's the kind of dog they're giving away in there?" And we said, "Yeah." And they said, "Oh, man." Well, that feeling was worth $1 million. And that guy turned out to be Brewster. Okay, so that's all for today. We'll see you tomorrow on Waggy Dog.